20 years ago, Briarwood Hospital officially closed its doors. The patients were transferred. The staff disappeared. The building was condemned. But every night, someone still checks in. No electricity, no running water, no employees. Yet, security cameras continue recording movement inside the empty halls. And according to every police report, no one who enters alone ever explores the entire building, because the hospital refuses to empty. Most abandoned hospitals slowly decay. Nature reclaims them. Windows shatter. Roofs collapse. Time wins. Briarwood was different. Every investigation ended with the same unsettling statement. The building appears occupied. Not by squatters, not by vandals. Something else. The first strange reports came from demolition crews. Workers would unload equipment only to discover hospital beds had been neatly arranged inside operating rooms overnight. No footprints, no signs of forced entry, just clean white sheets, waiting for patients who never arrived. The project was abandoned 3 days later. Local police assumed teenagers were breaking in. So, officers searched the hospital. Body cameras recorded endless hallways, patient charts scattered across the floor, and wheelchairs slowly rocking by themselves. Then, every radio went silent. For exactly 7 minutes. When communication returned, every officer was standing outside. None of them remembered leaving. None could explain how they escaped. But every one of them submitted the same request the following morning. Transfer. Immediately. Years passed. Urban explorers treated Briarwood like a challenge. Most uploaded videos lasted only a few minutes. Viewers noticed something the explorers never acknowledged. Someone was always standing at the end of the hallway, perfectly still. Every video showed a different figure. An elderly nurse, a young patient, a surgeon wearing a blood-soaked mask. Frame by frame, they were getting closer. One filmmaker decided to stay overnight. He placed cameras throughout the hospital before sunset. By midnight, every camera except one had stopped recording. The remaining camera overlooked the children's ward. Nothing happened for nearly 4 hours. Then, every empty hospital bed began moving, one after another, perfectly synchronized, as if invisible patients had all decided to sit up. At exactly 3:17 a.m., the emergency room doors opened. No wind, no power. Just the sound of automatic doors welcoming someone inside. Footsteps echoed across the lobby, but there was no one there. The motion sensors activated anyway. One by one, hallway lights flickered on, leading deeper into the hospital, like something was guiding an unseen visitor home. The filmmaker followed the lights, room after room. He found medical equipment covered in fresh condensation. Monitors blinked without electricity. Heart monitors produced faint beeps. IV bags slowly swayed, and somewhere above him, an intercom crackled. Then a calm voice whispered, "Doctor, your patient is waiting." He ran, or at least he thought he did. Every corridor led back to the intensive care unit. Every staircase returned to the basement. Every exit opened into another hospital hallway. The building no longer followed its own blueprint. It had become something alive. A maze designed to keep visitors until morning. His final recording was found beside the reception desk. The camera was still running. The hospital was silent. Then, a pair of muddy footprints slowly appeared across the polished floor. One after another. Walking toward the camera. No body, no shadow, just footprints. The recording ended when something breathed directly into the microphone. The filmmaker was never found. Today, Briarwood Hospital still stands. Officials continue receiving emergency calls traced to its abandoned switchboard. Paramedics occasionally report seeing lights inside. only for the building to be completely dark when they arrive. And if you search long enough, you'll find stories from people who claim they've heard a familiar voice calling their name from somewhere deep inside the empty halls. Because some hospitals don't close. They simply keep admitting new patients. If someone offered you $10,000 to spend one night inside Briarwood Hospital, would you take it? Tell us yes or no in the comments. And if you love terrifying stories based on abandoned places and unexplained mysteries, subscribe to Fright Screams, because the next file is even darker.
Most people close this tab and go to sleep. Most people. You're not most people. If this story stayed with you, subscribe. These aren't one-off horrors. They're pieces of a larger nightmare. New darkness every week. The nights you remember these stories are the nights to worry about. Some stories connect. Others remember you.